Hey guys, it's me, Nya Gamer Girl, and welcome back. Live stream last time. My learned the plot together. If you want to read that and tell you my
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobeck. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future, the hope of Project Zero Dawn, to create a super intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back? Billions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real. The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us.
Hey BB.
But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Counselor Guidelines 2. For debriefing after Presentation 2. It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion. and without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection. Validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation and acknowledge that, while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When the candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish, and allow access to supplemental articles, G01 through P20. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period, during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent. When the procedure is scheduled to take place, no one will be euthanized against her or his will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they give 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which the decision is made for them, probably. Make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. 1. Participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult, and the project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communications with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, for 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. 2. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation, the participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable.
I might be popping in and out cause I am just kinda in a mood now.
Listen, you gotta support. The reason why are they saying that? They need support. But you will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. So they weren't able to go back to their families.
It is also probably just them wanting attention.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
Not trying to be mean.
Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be, atonement.
Alert. Medical wing inaccessible.
To make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You know... Get your hands off me!
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry.
Finish it. medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
So these people, if they had participated and gone, if they didn't already have kids or a family, they would never be able to start a family in Elysia or whatever. Anyways. Whenever there's medicine, I can only assume that means there's going to be a fight happening real soon.
Intruder! Get her! Got a live one!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
I'm gonna die! Keep up with the Forsaken! Don't let me die.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this, and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic attenuated. I did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe anyway.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Of course he's doing this to be lazy and watch porn. Of course. Also, if you guys didn't see, as I was walking over to the holotape, I fell and my model started swimming. I'm just like, what? Anyways.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration. Done. I should check the door nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. park around.
Found one. Looks intact. That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
I am back.
I'll come back. I'm really bad at this. So we're just gonna do it like this. Up. To the side. Down. Down.
I am sorry I left.
It's okay.
I think my emotions got the best of me. Coffee helped me.
Oh, okay. Okay. So let's say that we're upside down. So it's down that way. Up. Up, yeah. This better be right.
And running into snow without my jacket was a bad idea.
Yeah, I would assume that it would be a bad idea. Ah! So it's up, I know it's up.
I made a snow angel though.
It's It's so fucking side down. How the fuck did they make me do this? Okay, let's test again. So it'll be down. To the side. Up, I think. Yeah, up. And then down. Fucking work.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Alright, I'm gonna turn this off now.
Yay, it worked.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
That shot in your... Fear the power of the shadow.
Fall before the shadow.
Show no mercy!
Failing to commence access.
That's the last of them.
Means one structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
I will teach you to bleed.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Alert. Area inaccessible. Elevators non-operational. Stairwells have collapsed.
to Elizabeth Sobek. Hold on a second. My flipping glasses. Sure, what the heck ever. Wow, to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given her designs aren't just functional, they feel almost like, well, tributes is the word that comes to mind. As though she's already mourning their loss. And not just for the disappearing fauna of our time, but creatures from the fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs. So cool. Well, whatever got cool, Magoo. Mr. Magoo?
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Full steam ahead. From Elizabeth Sobek to Margot Sheehan. Full steam ahead. If I doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the Hephaestus Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and your communication style. You are who you are. Have confidence in yourself. You know what you're doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction and stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry Core and the Foundry Site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It's time to start construction. One detail, consult with Aomide Aquilo before you finalize the silo inventories. Hephaestus' first task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minerva will use to transmit the deactivation codes, so any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. Elizabeth.
These shapes, I've seen them before, in a cauldron.
You've been inside a cauldron.
An abandoned one, yes.
So the cauldrons... they belong to Gaia.
It would appear so. The birthing places of her machines.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
More Eclipse.
Careful now.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina El-Badri. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world in centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Encapsulated DNA from Samina Ebadji to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject encapsulated DNA. And the winner is encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even the eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings: too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules. Already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at 18 degrees Celsius. Negative 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. So long as they assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting. Indeed, propitious that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you. Samina. I guess it's time to fight them. Wait, almost. Here we go again. Over the, Apollo update from Samina Ebadji to Elizabeth Sobek. Apollo update. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attendant curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement with the trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia persona. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining. Peace be with you, Samina. Alright, let's fuck 'em up! Okay, are we ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Ready? Y'all ready? I'm gonna turn this up. I'm gonna turn this up because fuck you!
What was that?
Fucking die! Die, bitch! Oh, I already killed you. Why did I need to do that? Go, go, go! Die, bitch!
Don't run out now. Fight. Shadow taking. Nearly had you.
The last of them. On once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Yes, sir. Better not fucking take all my shit again, you dickheads. Alright, and off.
All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tax smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos.
Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do. Which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh?
Alright, noise complaints. From Travis Tate to Elizabeth Subject, noise complaints. Calling me confounded, Lizzie Bashcore. Oh, calling me confounded, Lizzie Bashcore. Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying. And you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazzle. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Citarium runoff than listen to Grace Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God. And swear on my mama's grave. And she was religious. No, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab. Shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal. Girl! Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal themed stuff, too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come.
I am back, I am doing a face mask.
Just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore. You'll see or hear, rather, in the screech that rends the air. And feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah! As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code! Turn down my death metal? Might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we was supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav.
Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god.
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Tate here just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation, 'cause it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control. But by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control
Too
back.
hard laugh.
Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business, so I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft. Too soft. The Gaia only pretended to relinquish control in simulation. After simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command's position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are plenty strong. Guess it's time to sleep in bed. I'll back to it tomorrow, alligators. Oh. Okay, and archive abuse from Samina Ebedji to Travis Tate, CC Elizabeth Sobek. Subject: archive abuse. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo archive submission. Your 666th submission in just 5 days. And oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings, inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installments of Making a Millipede. Don't worry. The Pasolini material has already been preserved. Extreme, perhaps, but art. 2, for clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance. I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing for the submissions on, I don't know, your assigned work? We have a world to save after all. Or the rest of us do anyway. Dr. Samina Ebedji.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project.
Whoops.
Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time.
the genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Raleigh Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but
My tummy hurts.
as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
FC Chambers. From Patrick Brochard Klein to Elizabeth Sobek, the ectogenic chambers have arrived 2 days ago. I spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. They are a revelation, astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. And a single
Be
leap.
right back, doll.
Hi. To get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of FZ's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. PBK. So they found a way to, like, save human embryos, I guess.
Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Cradle Servitor Persona. From Patrick Brochard Klein to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject: Cradle Servitor Persona. Development of the artificial persona for Cradle Servitors, Nurturer, Disciplinarian, Healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of personae, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer persona. I have also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother persona intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior, a parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I've attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings in just Alright. From Patrick Brochard Klein to Elizabeth Sobek, subject cradle sealed. Eleuthia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems is good. For our maiden voyage, a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is a margin for refinement in future cradle populations. In addition to personally overseeing completion of the Eleuthia 02 site inside Mount Namuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. PVK. That's All Mother, by the way.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
We have to go there.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Bitch, come on. Don't be shy. Fucking let me do it. So we're in her office now.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is, give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is, give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It actually muffles it through the wall.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe...
So in here, he's gonna drop down and fuck me up real good.
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Nuts would benefit from antilopine morphologies, though Campert forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
And yet...
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good. You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Alright, open the fucking door with my spear. Okay, this is... I ain't gonna touch nothing until I get to read everything, so... Okay, more reading. Elizabeth Sobek to all alphas. Subject Odyssey has failed. All. Some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment. Failure as the drives spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species in early life. We must succeed, Elizabeth. Artemis status. Charles Ronson to Elizabeth Sobek. Subject Artemis status. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything, I had my sleeves rolled up, negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas. Suspended in what-ifs, more than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves. Thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that this time will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now, not like this, not on our watch. From Ronson. Oh.
can't spare the weight.
Any more? That I fucking need to use? Nope. 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 This is it. This is it, guys. Alright, go! Off goes my thing.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child. My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
Okay, so first of all, why is my face completely okay? Why do I not have a scar from the knife from my neck? Why don't I have the scar above my eye from when I was a kid? Why do I have none of that? I would have thought that they would have, like, fixed that up and made it so that, like, those things, you get to see the scars as you go on to see what things Aloy has endured as only a 17-year-old child. Yes, she is a child. Also, he stomped on my face and I blacked out. Where the fuck is the broken nose? Where's the bruising? Where's the black eye? Like, what? No, she's just completely, like, bruiseless, scarless. She's untouched, even though she wasn't.
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No. It wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step.
Maybe
It
because
was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then get this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
The Nora cast me out at birth. You're not hurting me if you hurt them.
Really? Then it makes no difference one way or another. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Raja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold!
I like how they all enjoy watching people get slaughtered.
Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turon ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eyes of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow.
Thousands. I will save myself. Come on, turn!
We'll come down. I should try luring the behemoth into the pillar.
Right now.
He's charging. The walls are strong, but the pillars don't. They weren't built to take a charge. On its hip. Quiet air should set it off. That canister on its belly looks important.
I got you. I can save you, bitch. I got you. I'm good at this shit. Oh, fuck you. Almost got you, bitch. Oh, fucking broke that shit. I like how all their textures are gone. You see as the textures are getting effed up. Come get me, Corruptor. I know how to fucking fight you.
Kill her.
They just want to see a fight, so they're cheering at anybody and giving them a good fight. Traitor scum! They really actually traitor scum or whatever. Well.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's Sacred Mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse. Not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the Sun Ring at high noon. I wore out 2 Striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through the focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans, though of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Norris Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Carja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who. Yeah!
It's on foot from here.
Okay, I'm back to talking. Now we need to go check.
The Braves have left with the embrace.
I need to literally really hurry this up and get there because I need to hurry the fuck up. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. We cannot fucking...
Maybe there's a way to override them.
We need to fucking go, bitch! Go! Fucking... Stop it. We need to go, we need to go, we need to go.
I can get out of this.
We need to get back to the embrace. Resh has always been an asshole to me. Just go! We have to get there quick.
Trees on fire. The embrace. Watchtower's burning. The sentinels had time to roll the trouble.
It's so dead. Dead people. Go on, go, go! Fucking go. Fuck you.
Out. Metal. Ash.
Hades' future is fucking metal. It shouldn't be. I'm coming to help you, my friend.
Fuck you.
Ember Haze! No!
Fascinating.
It was so pretty here before. What the fuck did they do? Stay here. Fuck. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Don't fucking jump. Fuck you. That bitch is dead. Now it's time for you. First of all, give me everything you guys fucking have. fucking gates and everything. What did you guys fucking do? There's a corpse here. Fucking corpses everywhere. This is not fucking good. No, not all these cabins. They worked so hard to make them.
I'll tuck that away.
They're up there, so I'll take care of them in a second. My strider. Fuck. Bost is dead. Vala is dead. If fucking Varl is dead, I'm done. I better see my husbando. I better fucking see my husbando Varl. I swear to all mother. That if I do not see my man, I will be very upset, sir. Oh, hold on a minute.
Can't carry more.
I'm coming for your ass, your kneecaps. Coming for your kneecaps, everybody. I'm coming for your kneecaps. I'm coming for you. Look at all this fucking... You guys have no fucking respect. Neither do you fucking scrapper. Bitch. You have no fucking respect. No fucking respect. No mother flipping respect, guys. Literally none. 43, 42, 24, 25. Yeah, we'll do 25 then. That's like 16, 14, 30. Inventory. Okay. Which one do I want that makes me look cooler? Yeah, I'm gonna do this one then. Oh, 59. Never mind. This one. I'm ready to fucking murder that bitch. You ready?
More Eclipse. It's a corrupted Thunderjaw, right? The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. If the tunnel collapses, they'll be buried. I'll never reach the hatch.
Braves, to Aloy's side, now!
For Aloy!
For the
our mother!
Oh, that actually breaks my heart.
Sona, they're still alive.
The corrupt
fucking cultist bitch.
Bring down the demon!
Fuck you! No, no, no. Being so fucking close to it.
May the goddess remember!
Come on, you can fucking do it, bitch!
Track it down!
That is fucking dope. What?
May the goddess remember!
What? Dude, don't stand in front of me.
Fate set me safe.
No, we're almost dead. Get ready for being dead.
Back to the case. We did it!
Finish them! Fire, scatter!
We did it! Aloy did it! We only helped.
You guys are so cool. Ah. Excuse me while I...
Aloy, your deeds reenact the old stories. Another metal devil struck down upon the slopes.
Forget about traveling
If you
light.
hadn't returned, the tribe would have been lost. You saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl.
That's only because I'm psycho, bitch.
You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised. The braves, just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even the Karja, in all their red raids, never broke through to the Embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that. Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. He took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decisions saved lives. Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here. Are your injuries serious?
Bruises pale. Bones heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
I need to go inside the mountain.
The matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure, but I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see.
Soma! Soma! Why the fuck won't you talk to me? I mean, I like your son and all, but like... You okay? Yeah, you lost an eye. Most everything is intact.
So many dead.
You have come just in time, Seeker.
So many have already perished. Goddess, remember them.
You guys have been eating the food, which is good. Have the medicine. What the fuck? Oh, I thought he was missing his head. Okay.
My sons. Oh, goddess. My poor boys.
You must have been Bost's dad.
Aloy!
Tim!
I'm glad to see you.
Your injuries. Are they serious?
A gash or two. Nothing I couldn't sew back together with a needle and thread.
Guess being a Stitcher came in handy in combat after all, huh?
Yes, I suppose it did.
There. You.
Hello, Resh. Still guarding the latrine?
Fuck you, Resh.
It was brave of you to come back here, Seeker, after everything. I knew you would survive.
Made it.
I know what it means to you.
I hope the enhancement to your spear has proved useful.
Oh yes, many times over.
Thank you, sir.
Goddess, hear me.
Teersa declared all Nora welcome to take shelter in the sacred
Goddess,
mountain.
Boys.
Even outcasts.
Aloy, I don't know how you survived out there. Not even
Aloy,
Cole could have done that.
You've come back. The Seeker has returned. Come, speak to us.
Give me a second there, Mama.
Foolish woman, you welcome a curse. Come, Seeker, we have much to discuss.
Can't have a
Her
tribe without
very
a war
presence
chief.
here is a
I was
blasphemy.
wounded in combat. I make no apologies.
Of course not. Why would you get started now?
The outcast. You taught them a lesson.
Are you holding your stomach or are you holding a baby?
I've remembered what you said many times. I think I'm better for it.
What did I fucking say? What did I fucking say? Oh, wait.
I was lucky to make it here alive. The invasion was terrifying to behold.
Indeed.
I brought extra stores of Dreamwillow. May the goddess watch over you. May the goddess watch over you.
It was brave of you to come back here, Seeker.
I'm glad to see you
After
again.
everything.
The Dreamwillow you recovered has comforted many who were wounded in the attack. John has been acting strangely. He's over there. May the goddess protect.
Hello, Seeker. Aloy.
Goddess, please favor one of your children today. Give me strength and courage.
Fighting. It stopped?
Sewer slide! Where's your baby? It's a fucking baby carriage.
So much blood spilled on the sacred land.
Where's your baby?
So many have already perished. Goddess, remember them.
You sound like Todd from BoJack. Fuck you. And you. Hi, Barrel.
Speak to the mate.
In a moment.
Of course.
I should...
Yes.
Sona!
The battle was lost until you came. You have accomplished what I could not. The tribe is in your debt. Your courage this day will live on, in song and legend and all
Mother,
mothers'
give me
memory.
strength so I am worthy of your remembrance.
Seeker, how you reached us, I'll never know.
May my deeds live on in the goddess's memory.
Jan!
Things were easier for a time once I knew Nicole was safe. But then this happened. The goddess must be angry with us, Aloy, for our sins.
What sins?
Aloy.
Okay.
So, you have finally returned. She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us.
Okay. I'll see you in the next one, guys.